Okay, before I even read the story, I just thought I'd make an introduction. Um, when I'm on camera and I'm reading something like from a book or something or a piece of paper, I intend to mess up a lot and screw up the words. So if I do that, I'm sorry. I usually notice it right away, so I'll probably say the wrong word and I'll fix it when I notice it. So just bear with me, because I'm really bad at reading on camera. So, yeah. Bye. Okay, so this is story time with PJ. He really loved this book. So yeah, let's get started. Once upon a time, there lived a miller who had a beautiful daughter. He was very proud, and he wanted her to be so much more than a miller's daughter, so he went to the king and told him he had a daughter who could spin straw into gold. Now the king was as greedy as the miller was proud, so they struck a bargain. The miller's daughter came to live at the castle, where she was put into a room heaped with straw. "Spin this into gold," said the king, "or you will be a queen. If not, you will lose your life." The miller's daughter was left alone all night long. She cried and cried, and she could barely spin straw. Could barely spin flax into cloth, let alone straw into gold. Suddenly a little man flew into the room. "Why are you crying?" he asked in his funny squeaky voice. "Because the king wants me to spin all this gold into straw by morning, and I don't know how," she said, and started crying again. "What will you give me to do this?" the little man asked. "I have very little," the miller's daughter answered, "but you can have this ring." "It's not much, but it will do," said the little man. When the king came in the next morning and saw the room piled high with gold, he was both pleased and astonished. "Unbelievable," he said. "You must do it again." And the miller's daughter was put into an even bigger room with even more straw. Again the strange man came to her aid. "Help me," she pleaded, "or I will lose my life." "Are you a queen?" said the little man. "And you will be. Will you give your firstborn child?" Yes, anything you want," said the miller's daughter, only thinking to save her life. When the king saw all the gold they had, he spun that night, and he married the miller's daughter, and now she was the queen. When baby Prince was born to them, the king and queen were happy as they could be. All of the queen's fears were forgotten until one morning when the strange little man flew in the window. and reminded her of a promise. "Oh no," the queen cried. "You can't take my baby from me. You mustn't." But nothing she said offered him made the little man change his mind. At least he gave in. If you guess my name in 3 days," he said, "you may keep your child." But 3 days mind you. With that, and flew out the window. The queen was more frightened than before. She couldn't tell the king about the gold, and she couldn't bear the thought of losing her child. She sent for the captain of the castle. "You must search high and low," she said, "and suggest the strange man name you can. Find me the strangest name you can." The captain searched through all the southern parts of the kingdom and brought a list to the queen. The morning came within a little man, and with the little man flew into the window again. "Well, do you have it?" he demanded. The queen began. "Is your name Maxie, Jackie, or Faxie?" she said. "No," roared the little man. "Is it Kenny, Lenny, or Benny?" asked the queen. "No," shouted the little man. "And you better have a better names tomorrow." The captain went out, searched southern parts of the kingdom, listed carefully all the names he heard, and wrote them down. Wait, did I show you this? Okay. Sorry. The captain went out, searching southern parts of the kingdom. He listed carefully to all the names he heard and wrote them all down. The next morning, the queen was ready for the little man. "Is your name Insel, Strangle, Bonstrangle, or Strangle Zizzle?" He desperately said no, no, and no. I'm sorry if I didn't pronounce those names right in the book, because I don't know how to say them, so sorry about that. The little man screamed, "You'll never guess." The captain went to search the middle part of the kingdom, but all the names he heard he had never heard before. He was about to go to the queen with sad news when a strange noise caught his ear. Down the entrance, nearly hidden cave, he saw a strange little man dancing, singing to himself, "Oh, tomorrow I shall claim the child." He sang and hoped about once on his foot, "As sure as Rumplestiltskin is my name." The captain wrote it down and hurried back to the queen. When he described the little man, the queen knew she was saved. The next morning he flew in. "Give me the child," he said to the queen. "Is your name John?" she asked with a smile. "Of course not," he snapped. What's unusual about the name John? Is it Peter?" the queen asked. "Give me the child," the little man shouted. The queen smiled again. "Is it Rumplestiltskin?" she asked. You guessed," the little man shouted, stomping with both feet on the floor. In fact, he slammed so hard that the floor opened right up and swallowed him whole. Rumpelstiltskin completely disappeared. He was never seen again. The king and queen lived, and the little prince lived happily ever after.